Lessons are something that we need. Blessings are something that we want. So either way, it's going to be a win for you.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Radiantly Feminine podcast, where we embrace elegance, confidence, and the power of true femininity. I'm your host, Mookie. So whether you're looking to refine your presence, elevate your mindset, or even navigate relationships with ease, this is going to be your space to grow and glow. So sit back, relax, and let's unlock your feminine power together. So I want to start off by saying that I would like to dedicate this episode to my sister, my younger sister, Amara. At the time, she was going through a breakup, so she asked me for my advice, and I want to say that I was honored, and I shared some of this information with her, and I thought, what better way to, spread awareness about this topic than to put it on the podcast. So here we are today, but I want to dedicate this episode to my sister. So hey, Amara. So on the last episode, we did talk about how to attract without chasing, or attracting versus chasing. So if you haven't, I suggest that you listen to that podcast or watch that video if you're on YouTube. But it does kind of correlate to what we are going to talk about. So in today's topic, tell by the title already, we are going to talk about how dating actually helps you grow as a feminine woman. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about how dating is actually a very powerful tool for your feminine growth. So if you're ready to shift your mindset and start dating in a way that benefits you, then keep on watching. So right now, I do want to talk about how dating, the people that you date, can be a mirror for your growth. So in other words, it's going to show you where you are on your growing journey, on your self-growth journey, or on your self-worth journey, whatever journey you're on, it's going to be a mirror for you. So the people that you attract into your life, whether it's platonic or romantic relationships, the people that you actually attract in your life and start entertaining, that is going to be a reflection of you and the journey that you're on. So it is important to self-reflect and ask yourself certain questions so that you can have a better understanding of why you're attracting these types of people. So in a certain point of my life, I was attracting emotionally unavailable people. So it came to a point where I had to start asking myself, was I emotionally available to myself? Was there something that I was ignoring within myself? Was I paying attention to my emotions? Was I acknowledging my emotions? And this was before I went to therapy, and I still was attracting these types of people when I was in therapy, but going into talk therapy really helped a lot. But that is a question you want to ask yourself. If you're constantly attracting emotionally unavailable people into your life, you need to ask yourself, are you emotionally unavailable to you, yourself, your needs, and your emotions? And what that is going to help you is that these people show you what it's like to be emotionally unavailable, and then you decide whether you like that behavior or not. But you should be attending to your own emotions. You should be able to tend to yourself, and these people are going to show you that. And truth be told, you really shouldn't be prioritizing dating if you are not able to tend to yourself and your emotions. You need to be able to acknowledge your emotions when they arise. If somebody is doing something that triggers you, you need to be able to sit with yourself and reflect on why you're being triggered and what you need to heal. You need to look at the people that you're dating or that you have in your life as mirrors. They are showing you this side of their personality so that you can see it within yourself, and you can start the healing process, and you can start growing as well. Also, if you find yourself settling for less than you deserve, you need to ask yourself, is there something within me that believes that I'm not supposed to have more, or that I do not deserve to have more than what I'm settling for? These are questions that you need to ask yourself when you are confronted with people, or you do have people in your life that are emotionally unavailable and are just less than what you deserve or less than what you want. And truth be told, dating forces us to see our patterns, our unhealed wounds, and our deepest desires. People in our lives that we attract, like I said, you need to treat them as mirrors. They are going to show you certain things, certain aspects about themselves, certain sides of their personalities, so that way you can see what you need to heal or pay attention to within yourself. So if it's patterns that you don't like in somebody else, check yourself. Check to see if you have those patterns as well. If it's unhealed wounds, if you find yourself being triggered by certain people, check yourself. Check to see why you are being triggered, because that is going to show you what unhealed wounds you need to work on and heal from, and your deepest desire. So if you find yourself settling, like I said, you are going to find yourself just wanting more out of that person, out of life, out of this whole situation. So that is a sign that you are settling and that you do deserve more, but you may have limiting beliefs that you don't deserve more. So you need to check yourself and see what's stopping you from going after what you deserve. Dating also teaches us about patience. It can teach us to be patient with ourselves, people around us, and people that we haven't even met yet. It can also teach us a lot about our self-worth. So if you find yourself settling, then this can teach you a lot about what you want and what you deserve and how worthy you see yourself of certain things. So dating is really important for, the things that it teaches us. It can also teach us the power of feminine energy and how to use it correctly. So while you're in relationships that are depleting you of your energy, you can learn, if you check yourself and look within yourself, you can learn how to see what is being drained from you as far as your energy goes, and learn how to call your energy back, your power back, and start using that for your betterment. So like I said, there is a lesson to learn from everybody that you experience in life. So what I mean is, I believe that we experience certain people to level up in life, to grow in life, because they are here to teach us certain lessons. And if they're not going to teach us a lesson, then they are going to be a blessing. And this is really good because you are going to attract the people that you need. Not always the people that you want, but you are going to always attract the people that you need in life in order to grow and be the best version of yourself. So I think it's really important to talk about some of the lessons that you may learn while you're in certain relationships. So you may learn more about your boundaries and standards, and this can come from dealing with people that will test your boundaries. So they'll try to push your boundaries, they will try to mold your boundaries, or even just ignore them or disregard them altogether just to convenience themselves. If you find yourself experiencing people that do not respect boundaries, then they are teaching you to strengthen or establish your own boundaries and your standards. Because I talked about this in a previous video, your boundaries and standards are going to protect you from low quality experiences, and they are also going to protect you from being controlled and manipulated. Another lesson you may learn is about emotional regulation. Again, if you're dealing with emotionally unavailable people, this is going to teach you how to acknowledge and deal with your own emotions outside of people, but within yourself. So if dating triggers you, that is a sign that you still need to heal. So I was dating this guy, and he was just triggering a lot of stress and anxiety with, his actions. And I knew, something within me knew that I needed to be around this person so that I can learn this lesson about myself. And I'm glad I saw it through, because I really learned a lot about myself, and I found out that there were things that I did not heal from that I thought I did, and I just passed them off as being healed. But he started triggering me, and I knew, I was like, I shouldn't be feeling triggered right now, because I'm a person, I like to think that I have mastered detachment. So if something is not serving me, I do not have a problem walking away, because I know what's for me is out there somewhere. So if somebody is treating me a way that I do not like, then I can simply just walk away. But this specific person was triggering me, and I just knew there was something that I needed to heal from. So I stayed with him until I learned the lesson. And just dating people in that way can teach you, about the things that you haven't healed from. And that can be so good for your growth. Another lesson that we can be taught in dating is the power of receptivity. When you are dating certain people, you need to start asking yourself, like I stated in the beginning of this episode, you need to start asking yourself questions to self-reflect. So the power of receptivity can be taught by people when you find yourself not accepting their love. So you need to ask yourself, are you allowing yourself to receive love? Are you being receptive? Are you allowing yourself to receive things? Are you allowing yourself to receive compliments from people? Are you allowing yourself to receive gifts or, nice gestures from people without feeling bad or shameful about it? Are you attracting or are you chasing? We talked about this in the last episode. So you need to ask yourself, are you allowing yourself to receive? Are you setting yourself up to receive? And if not, those people that are trying to give you things, love, gifts, gestures, anything, anything, you need to ask yourself, am I allowing myself to receive? If not, this is something that you need to heal from. That hyper independence can be seen as, or is known as, a trauma response. So that may be something that you need to heal from. Why are you not able to receive? Why are you so hyper independent that you cannot allow anybody to do anything for you? And now that we've talked about all of that, we do need to touch on how you actually need to start dating for growth and not just for love. So if you're the type of person who is constantly asking or wondering, will he commit? Does he like me as much as I like him? What are we? Anything of that sort, you need to stop yourself in your tracks, backtrack, and actually start asking yourself, what is this relationship teaching me? Is it teaching me patience? Is it teaching me about unhealed trauma or unhealed wounds? Is it helping you value yourself more? You need to ask yourself these questions. The questions are going to be detrimental for you learning the lessons that dating is bringing you. Is it teaching me that I need to establish stronger boundaries, or do I need to recognize my own self-worth? There are lessons that each person comes into your life to teach you. So you need to ask yourself these questions. Questions are detrimental for your growth while you're dating. So like I stated earlier, every connection, every experience, every person that you attract into your life, every relationship is either a blessing or a lesson. Either way, it's going to be a win for you. And honestly, yeah, it's a win. I look at it as lessons are something that we need, blessings are something that we want. So either way, it's going to be a win for you. And honestly, the blessings, I think they can teach you really good lessons as well. And ladies, I really want you to stop and recognize that dating is not about proving how worthy you are or how valuable you are to the person that you're interested in. It's about discovering your worth within yourself. It's about forming a deeper connection with yourself. It's about learning to love yourself the way that you deserve to be loved. Why do you think people always have a glow up after they break up? Because they have learned the lesson that they were supposed to learn while in that connection or in that relationship. So they learned something about themselves. They connected deeper with themselves, and they basically unlocked, like I kind of think of it as a video game. They kind of just unlocked something, a new feature within themselves, and they're leveling up. That's why you see people glowing up after a relationship ends, because you are deepening your connection with yourself and you're loving yourself the way you deserve more than you were before. So the next time you're feeling frustrated or drained with dating, I just want you to take a step back and remember that every experience that you have in dating is making you stronger, it's making you wiser, and it's making you more aligned with the love that you desire and that you deserve. So if this episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe, follow the podcast, and share a comment down below. I really want to hear from you guys. What are some things that you have learned while you were dating? What are your experiences like, and what have you done to grow and level up in dating? And also be sure to share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. If you want more content on feminine energy and dating, be sure to follow my Instagram and TikTok. I will link both of those accounts down in the description. So until next time, stay soft, stay feminine, and keep on growing. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.